So I just woke up, so I might look a little tired or whatever, but I just figured I'd share this with you guys. I have my splitter coming in, so I'm gonna be working on that. So that's gonna be going on, and the tire stickers, quite a project. I got 3 letters off, and I was just like looking for other ways to do it. What I'm doing is I'm just taking a razor blade, because these are just, I could try to get them started, but they're not pulling off. Someone suggested using a heat gun. I think I might go out and buy a heat gun and then give that a try to see if it loosens up that tire cement. I've been searching around the internet for like videos on YouTube and stuff like that, and you don't see anything of how to take off the tire lettering. Use the heat gun, use some needle nose, and I'm using a scraper right there to get the letters off. All right, so pretty much have this figured out now, so. All right, and I take needle nose pliers. And if it doesn't come off like super easy, you didn't heat it up enough. So it comes right off. And these are really cemented on. And then if there's any residual stuff, you're just gonna use a little scraper that I talked about. Just get that residual stuff off. Comes off easy when it's heated up. All right, so the tire stickers are off. Looks a lot better. And I got Eibach lowering springs. And right now, let's see, from here, I wonder what the measuring spot we're gonna use here to measure the gap, because it's a little bit subjective. Unless like I mark the fender and use the same mark. Really, it's like to the top of that wheel. I don't know if you can see it. It's like close to 2 inches to this like line in the tire. There's still more tire on the top. So just bringing it down 1 inch is gonna close a lot of that wheel gap. And it's not gonna be like slammed, but it's gonna be just enough to take care of that wheel gap. So this is before the springs. And I'm gonna get an after, but it takes like 3 weeks for those springs to settle and show you the actual ride height. So this is the current gap right now. Although initially it should show like a little bit of a difference right away. We'll get some angles after I get them done. So I haven't seen the car yet, but they're gonna be pulling it up and it's gonna be my first time seeing it. Check it out. Still got a little gimp from the foot surgery. How's it going? So getting ready for the car to be pulled up. How are you?
Extremely happy, man. Did she send you the pictures when you were back there?
Yeah, she didn't show it when it was on the ground, but yeah.
The old springs over here, I didn't want to set them in your car. The box got a little dirty just because it was sitting back there. We put the old springs in it. I set it over here. I didn't know what you wanted to do. So
right on.
Good, yeah, it turned out.
Looks good.
I think so, man. I'll let you see.
I'm excited, man.
But they fit perfectly into the strut holders. I mean, everything went down nice. Everything tightened up really good together. So
nice. Oh man. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be like initial right away, but I can tell the rear looks a lot lower already.
Yeah, when it came down, we brought it off the bracket.
There it is. Woo. Yeah, that gap is gone. Oh my God. Wow. Just that little bit, man, made a big difference. Really settle down.
Look how beautiful it sits.
Woo. Wow. And at home, I took like, before I came, I took a little measurement of the wheel gap. That, you can already tell it's like almost gone. Wow. That is awesome. It just sits like, that should be the height of it, man. Wow, it looks great, man. Hey, thank you.
It looks phenomenal. My pleasure.
Thank you. So before I headed out of here, I wanted to just show you guys a stock comparison versus what my car is. And this is a 2019, it's a RS in that shock color, but the stance is pretty much the same as the stock height of my car. And parking side by side, you can kind of see the difference. And this is just right out of the shop before the spring settle. They won't, from what I hear, they're not going to settle a whole lot, but they're going to settle a little bit. But check out the difference here in the wheel gap. Move out a little bit versus, I don't know if it's totally coming across here on camera, but in person, the wheel gap is like almost gone on my car versus the gap here. So just that little bit definitely is worth it to me. Car sits a lot better, looks a lot more aggressive. And last night I finished up that splitter on the front. Whew. That is, good thing I didn't pull up anymore. That would have been the end of that splitter. Whew. It's the front of that RS. So this is my first drive home with the springs on, and I mean, it feels pretty similar. It's not like a really harsh ride that you would be expecting when you get those lowering kits. Should slow it down a little bit. I'm hitting some bumps here, and it's really not that bad. And I do have it in sport mode. So there you have it, guys. Car is lowered, and it looks amazing. I'm super excited. The drive, like when I first was driving at home, it feels pretty much the same, except for the only difference is that wheel gap is gone, and that's really what I wanted to happen. It, like, the car just has a different stance to it, and it just looks like way more aggressive. I don't know how much you'd be able to tell the difference when I park next to that RS, but comment section down below what you guys think. There's a huge difference in person. Big shout out to those guys at Henderson Chevrolet. Did an amazing job. Customer service was amazing through and through. Really hooked me up. So if you guys are like shopping around, like looking for shops to install your performance parts, don't be shy of checking out your dealerships, especially if you're in this area. Henderson Chevrolet, their service department was just spot on and really thorough, and it kind of kept me up to date the whole time. A lot of places have bad customer service, and like you don't hear anything all day, and you're nervous about it. Really, when you go to a dealership, they're certified techs, and usually they're a little bit more expensive than other places because they're really thorough and they know their stuff. And I really wanted to have like the best for my car, and they didn't let me down. So really happy with the job that they did, and I'm sure I'm going to be going back to them for stuff. When it's hot out, there's just like, you don't want to be on the floor in your garage, and if you can throw out the money to get some stuff done, sometimes it's worth it. And especially, like, you might go to a shop and they might like lowball you, give you a low amount, and then they could mess your stuff up. So I didn't want to mess around with that. Really went to the best, and I feel good about it. I'm happy how it turned out. So I'll see you guys on the next one, and hope you enjoyed the video.